Okay, here is my planner. Let's do a quick overview of my planner if you've never seen it before. This is my Tom 90 planner. It is a completely customizable planner that I created. I do sell it in my Etsy shop. On the side here, we have gold rings. This is the 1-inch gold rings that I have added, and the Tom 90 planner does come with the gold rings. The cover that is on it though is from Tool. So this is a cover that I purchased from Amazon. I will have it linked in the description box if you're interested in it, but it does have one long side pocket and two smaller pockets here that I will use usually to keep stickers in the side. And then I have my business card holder in here. This is from Tool as well, and I am able to pull out any business cards that I need if I am talking to anyone. After that is my Tom 90 cover. This is exactly what it looks like if you get it from my Etsy shop, along with the 4 planners that are included inside. And then you can also add on any additional inserts that you may want to. After the cover page, the very next thing in here is my goals page, and this is where I keep my word of the year. I usually just like to keep this here for visual reference, just as a reminder of what I want to do this year. After this, I do have my future planning page, and what I decided to do with my future planning page this year is to kind of use it as memory keeping, because I have an entire future dated section in my planner now that is a calendar where I'm going to write out anything that's coming up. So for this page, I just decided that I wanted to write down one really big memory for every single month this year. So now that January is coming to a close, I am going to add that in here as well. After this is where we start the month of January. So I have my divider in here, which I do sell these in my shop. If you're interested in them, they are the letter size clear dividers, and I love them because you're still able to kind of see your page. Sometimes I will make a mistake and add a sticker on these because of how clear they are, and I can just see right through them. So you do have to be careful of that. But here is my January page, and what I like to do on this page is just kind of look at the overview of how everything went. I want to say I did pretty good with this goal. I did not do as well with my workout goals. I'm just getting back into working out. I have been posting more to shorts, and I did declutter the girls' room. We did finish the book, The Psychology of Money, and I did do 2 live classes. I'm starting to prep for my taxes, and we did do that as well. I did this and I did this. So pretty good overall. I just like to check off all of the things that I have done and not done. Here is my monthly calendar. As you can see, I use my monthly calendar just to jot down the different things that are coming up. I had blue as personal, black business, and green was church related items. And then in red, I was just marking off things that have happened or changed throughout the month. After this is my weekly hourly spread. So for the very first week, I used a couple of stickers here and there, but mainly I use these pages just to kind of keep up with everything that's going on with my schedule. And so they look pretty much the same. As you can see, for the second week, I also added in a few stickers, but for the majority of the spread, I did not add a lot of stickers in here. I mainly use a lot of colorful boxes throughout my spread, and then I will just use additional stickers here and there, but I don't like to use a lot of stickers because it takes up too much space. And as you can see, I write a lot in my planner. I love to write out everything that I can possibly think of in my planner. And then this is the current week, which we are currently on Tuesday. I did add in some stickers for this particular week, but once again, not too many. I still have a lot of room to write down what I need. After this one, this is the very last week. We are going to add in the month of February here, and that is going to come from my life planner. So every single planner that is within my Tom 90 system does have a full 12-month undated planner that is associated with that planner. So if you decide, you know what, I want to get just the 12-month version of the hourly planner and just use that, that is absolutely fine. You can definitely do that. So I'm going to take out the month of February, and then we are going to add it behind the month of January. January. Now, it's always challenging when I am setting up my planner before the week is over, or before the week is like close to done, because it's Tuesday, I really still need this week here. So I think I'm gonna just take out these beginning pages. I still have this week, and then I have room to set up February. So that's what I'm gonna do. And I'm gonna put this back into my planner behind the month of December. And then when I finish the week, I'll add back in that week here. Okay, that is it for that very first section. The next section is a bottom tab, and this is going to be my habit tracking section. So for my habit trackers, I'm just going to take out the first week that I did. I didn't do all of the weeks in January. I believe I only have done 3 of the 4 weeks. So this was the 2nd through the 8th. And then I did do the 16th through the 22nd, and now we are currently on this week. So I have been just using my habit tracker to kind of stay on top of all of the habits that I want to do throughout my day. And I will usually add a horizontal line if I did not complete the task, or I will add vertical lines if I did complete the task. So I'm just going to pull out this sheet because I do have some additional sheets in here already for the month of February. So we will leave that there, and I will just put this in the back of my life planner just in case I ever wanted to look back at it. Then I always have it. So now that we have the habit tracker section set up, the very next section is another bottom tab, and it is my future section. And as you can see, I have the month of February already in here. This is what I will pull out when I am ready to set up my February month. And then I have March, and I'm also going to add in April and May in here. So I just need to write out the dates just so it's already set up. And that is it for this section. But this section mainly just helps me to stay on top of what's coming up because my planner is only 1 month at a time. So I need a spot where I can write down what's coming up next. So what's coming up for February, what's March, what's April, and I can write out the rest of the year within this section of my planner. So for the next section, it is my to-do section. The very first page is my monthly plan. I did not use this section really at all, so I'm going to revamp this completely. This section of my planner, this to-do section, is probably the one that's going to change the most, and it's mainly the way that I have been using it. I was really using it more as a social media planner, but I'm going to switch that, and I'm going to show you how I'm going to be organizing social media moving forward. But this is going to be more of my to-do, health, personal type planner where I am able to kind of journal down notes, journal down ideas, and also keep track of my overall health and wellness. And currently I set it up for my business, but like I said, I did not really use any of these sections. I didn't keep up with my income or expenses here because I do that within QuickBooks, and it felt redundant to write it here and look at it in QuickBooks, so I just didn't do that. Within my monthly spread, I was using this, like I said, for social media. So I was keeping track of all of the videos that I wanted to post and how I was going to post them and what was going to go where. And I have decided to move this more into a health, wellness, fitness type section. So I'm going to kind of keep track of what workouts I'm doing, how long I've worked out, those types of things, since I'm really trying to get serious about working out and my overall health, what I'm eating, when I did my menu planning, all of that will go on here. And once I am setting this up for like my health, wellness, and my to-dos and things like that, that is how I'm going to be using this section as well. So I'm going to do a quick flip through showing you how I used it for the month of January. It was all over the place. The very first week, I separated it by home, business, and other, and I was writing down really long to-do lists and keeping up with my menu planning on the sidebar. But like I said, I had a lot of space, all of this space here, because I didn't have a bunch of to-dos every single day, and I was kind of going back and forth on how I exactly wanted to use this space. So for the second week, I still was using it for the very first half for all of my to-dos, but as you can see, I started to switch around here and started to use it to keep up with what was going on with my social media, what I needed to film, edit, post, those types of things. I also had ideas ideas on a sidebar here. The next week, it was really diving into the social media strategy of it all. So I have YouTube, Instagram, what I need to film, what I was going to post, what I needed to script, what classes I needed to do. And then I had some additional notes on the side for church related stuff down here. And then in the last week, I think I've really kind of found my groove of what I wanted to do with this planner. It is a to-do planner. It is going to be for all of my to-dos, but I am going to be able to kind of really keep up with social media, because social media is a big part of my to-dos because it's a big part of my business. So I think I'm going to keep it up at the top, what I need to do on this day for YouTube, for Instagram, and my other to-dos are at the bottom here. So this is the last week for the month of January, and like I said, this one is going to change the most because I'm really going to move away from just using it for social media, and I'm really going to dive into using it more of health, wellness, social media, and all of the other to-dos that I have. So not just business related, but home related and personal related as well. So we are going to put behind here my vertical planner, but I think I was just trying to put too much structure in this one section where I was like, well, if I write down my to-dos, then I can't write down social media things, but I'm kind of letting that idea go, and I'm really going to use this planner as I need it. So this is probably the one I struggled with the most, but I think giving myself permission to write in my health, my wellness, my fitness, and everything in here will help me to use this planner a little bit more and to utilize the space that it has, because you know I have 3 boxes where I could write down anything that I want, and so I think that that would just be a better idea. So we have January still in here because January is not done yet, and then I have also added February behind it. So for the next section, this was a bottom tab, but we are going to move it to a top tab because I want to add in a calendar here. Let's see, can I switch my label without having to create a new one? We're about to see. Okay, so I'm gonna turn this one around so that the social media is at the top. And what I'm going to do is add in a calendar here, because remember, I just said that I am not going to be using my to-do calendar as my social media calendar where I kind of look at everything that's happening for the month, because I want to be able to keep track of my workouts and other personal things on here and highlight things that I might not be able to highlight in my weekly planner because I have to write down so many things throughout the month. So for this one, I am going to save that for like a personal planner where I kind of keep up with my health, my wellness, my mood, and my workouts and things like that. So for my social media, I am going to use an insert, which is my portrait calendar, and this is where I'm going to keep up with what's coming up for the month with all of my social media. So I added in a few calendars here. I might take some of them out because I don't think I need this many right now, but we'll leave that there for now. And the next bottom tab is going to be my ideas. So we'll have my calendar here, and then I have all of my ideas where I can write out all ideas that I have for YouTube, for Reels, for whatever the case may be. If I complete an idea, I will draw a line through it. If I decide that I'm not going to do that one, then I will draw a horizontal line, and that has been working out well for me. This page is located in my social media planner, and if you're interested in any of the sections that I am talking about, I will link the section within my description box so that you can see where you can find all of the different things that I am talking about. Here is my content ideas page. This is where I will just keep track of anything that's kind of coming up. I am not going to take this one out because this just kind of rolls over. And so I do have a couple of those sheets here. And then we have my YouTube tracker. So my YouTube tracker is another one that I'm just keeping up with what I am posting and where I am in the process. So if I have filmed it, edited, upload, I have my thumbnail, description, all of those are just kind of listed out here. And so I have this sheet here. And then once again, I just kind of keep it going as long as I need to. I do have a couple of them in here. And then after this, we have my social media posting posting schedule. So this is another bottom tab. All of these are bottom tabs because they aren't planners. They are just inserts. So all of my bottom tabs are like for my inserts, and all of my top tabs are for my planners. So this is my weekly posting schedule. And as you can see, I've listed out what I'm going to post on Instagram, on YouTube, what I am filming, and any other thing that I need to do. This other section is usually dedicated to classes. So I have a couple of these in here. It looks like this is in the wrong spot. Let's move this. Yes. Is this supposed to be here? So we have a couple of these in here so that I can keep up with the upcoming weeks. I am not going to take any of these out. They're good for the month of February. And then the next section that I have, the next tab, is my reading planner. So for my reading planner, I am keeping up with the different books that I am reading and also like taking notes on those books. You saw in a reel that I posted the book cover and the date that I was finished that book. I just finished this one, so I'm going to write in the date here. And then I have a list of books that I want to read just right behind it so that I can keep track of that. So we have a couple of pages like that, a couple of more reading trackers, and then it goes into my actual reading planner. So my reading planner, I have the best book of this month, currently reading, favorite quote this month, how many books I read this month, the type of books, and my favorite bookstagrams. So I wanted to fill this out at the end of the month so that I can kind of keep track of the different things that I liked and didn't like throughout the month. And then for my reading planner, I'm still figuring out how I want to use my monthly. I have currently on here when I finished and when I started different books, but I want to add more to this spread. I just haven't thought it through. I was also thinking about maybe possibly writing in like a quote or something that I learned on that day within this box. Still kind of playing around. If you have an idea, please leave it in the comments. And then in my spread, I do have just different things that I was writing out. Like it could be something just from commonplace, like this was living an intentional life and I was just taking notes, but it's anything that I was reading. I have the 4 calendars that you need to organize your life. So it's basically anything that I read, anything that I was reading, anything that I was thinking can go into my reading planner. And so that is how I'm using it. This one isn't really dated per se, so I usually switch it out once I have finished all of the pages, and I have not finished this one yet, so we are going to leave it just like that. Okay, my next section is my faith section. So for my faith section for the month of January, I really utilize this to help me overall with my Bible study and with my Bible reading. Now, there are multiple things that I will use in order to help me with my spiritual life, but for my monthly plan, I do kind of keep up with all of the different things that I want to do within each thing. So I have my journaling Bible, which my goal was to set it up this particular month, and I did do that, and I did a video of me setting this up. So if you missed that one, I will link it above. I also decided to start a new Bible plan, and the Bible plan is to read the entire Bible in 1 year, and I did start that process as well. And I also had a goal of doing like a faith plan with me, which I do that on a daily basis. I will usually read Our Daily Bread, and I read this on a daily basis. Many times I will write down notes, or I will just kind of use this and add it into my faith journal as well. So I have what I wanted to do for January, my spiritual task. Then on my side here, I also have some additional words. Sometimes I will use words, sometimes I will use quotes, just things to keep me inspired every time I look at this page. After this, I do have my monthly spread for my faith planner, in which I am mainly using this page now in order to kind of keep up with my memories or the one thing that I wanted to remember throughout the day. I still need to fill in a couple of days because I missed a few, but I am going to catch up, and that is how I'm using it. I started off with the scripture of the day and then switched, mainly because I was like, I needed more space for the scriptures, so I just decided to do a memory of the day instead. After this, I do have my Bible study, and so this one was how to discover God's purpose for your life, where I was writing down different things that I wanted to do in order to make sure I was connecting with my purpose. After this, I started my journaling Bible on this day, so I like to write down when that happens. And then I started my Bible reading on this day, so I was writing down different things that I wanted to remember about this particular Bible reading. And that is it for my faith planner. I am going to add behind this one the month of February in my faith planner. I am really loving the horizontal spread as well for my faith planner. I think it is really helping me to stay on track. I didn't think I would like the horizontal spread as much as I do, but I really do like it. And like I said, I do have a full 12-month undated horizontal planner. And I also have 3-month inserts of each one of these planners. If you don't want to get the entire planner, but you just want to get 3 months of that planner, you are also able to do that as well. The last section I have in here is my budget planner. So with my budget planner, I do keep the beginning pages because the beginning pages are associated with all of the months. So we have my bills and subscriptions, which I do have to update this. And when I do my budget close, I am going to kind of check in with all of these pages and write in exactly what happened on my monthly budget page so that I could close out my budget. And I'll probably do that in Friday's video. And after this, we are going to add in my budget planner. And that is it for this planner. Now, as you can see, this one made it really thick. I'm probably going to end up having to take out a couple of sheets in order to be able to close this one, because we have a lot going on here. And I am not sure. Oh yeah, I guess I can close it. I can close it, but it's very, very, very tight. You see at the top here, it's very tight. So I will take out the additional months as I do like my budget closeout. Then I will move over the budget pages. And when I finish my faith planner and all of those, then I'll be able to kind of move those over. So it will get thinner a little bit after this week. But we are currently set up in my planner for the month of February, and I showed you all of the pages. Let me know if y'all making any changes for the month of February. Like I said, I'm making small changes, but not really big changes because this system is working for me. And if it isn't broke, don't fix it. It is working, so I am loving it. I will see you guys in my next video. And until then, keep organizing your life so that you can achieve your dreams. Bye, guys.